Good job.
Bell wins New Hampshire.
All about that, boys. Loud sweep 2024. Only one man can do the double. That's you, buddy. Great job. Great stinking job, fellas. I'm proud of you guys.
Good job, Bill. Got them both.
Definitely redemption. And man, 2021 was so close. And to get one in the closing laps of daylight was, it felt really good and definitely felt like redemption.
Saying it's raining, it's raining, it's raining.
All right, Christopher, they're going to bring you down pit road, and I want you to stop in your pit box. Copy?
I mean, I was hoping that the race would resume, and knowing that we had the wet weather tires and looking at the radar and knowing that we were going to have, you know, a small period of rain and then a lot of daylight after, I was optimistic that we were going to get going again. And I'm obviously super proud NASCAR did, and hopefully we rewarded them with a good race.
I wasn't all that surprised that we went back racing. You know, with the rain on the radar, you could see the back end of the storm was a pretty hard line, and it was going to stop in pretty short order, and we had plenty of daylight left. So I felt like NASCAR was really itching to get those wets on the cars and let us have at it. Yeah, every track's a little different. This is only the third time I think we've been on an oval with the wets, and every time I think the teams get a little bit smarter of what they need out of their car, but there's only so many things you can change. So we made pretty aggressive adjustments, and I think we got him something that he could keep pace with. And then after that, it's a matter of keeping the tires cool. As this track starts to dry and a lane gets open that is dry, that is the fastest lane, but it will eat those tires alive. So staying on the driver to find the damp portions to cool the tires back off, but find the grip in the corners is full-time job once it starts raining.
Yeah, the wet weather tires are just so much fun to race on because you can really slide the car around and you can hustle the car really hard. And it's all about being cautious, because if you get in there too hard, obviously it's easy to make a mistake, but you just got to figure out where the limits are, and then it's a ton of fun to be able to hustle the cars around. The restarts were hectic, and especially in the wet weather, you didn't know what to expect, and you didn't know what lines to use, what line was going to be the fastest. And then the dry started to appear on the top lane, so it gave the top lane a really big advantage, and it was something new every single time.
We're using our tools, we're using SMT, using the spotter, and watching the lap times of all the competitors, because everything changes so quickly as it starts to dry. I think, you know, the ovals are just a bit different, that it would be irresponsible to have half the field on slicks and half the field on wets. It's not like a road course. So I think they did the right thing by mandating which tires we had on the car and then keeping pit road and non-competitive pit stops. The last thing you want to do as a boss is send your crew over the wall and have somebody slip and fall and have a car fishtailing down pit road and get somebody really hurt. So that was a concern of mine, and must have been a shared concern of NASCAR, because they didn't put us in that situation.
It was getting to be really dark. Like we have our dashes that are really, you have something really bright in front of you, and then something really dark on the through the windshield. So it was tough. It was getting to be really dark.
Sometimes it feels like it's a relief when it's over. It is fun when you win, but there's just so much responsibility on your shoulders as a crew chief, and so many things that can go wrong on a sketchy day like today with the wet tires and the rain and the storms, and trying to predict when the radar's going to get here. And I prefer to have less days like this than more. You know, I think Loudon is a special place for Bell because it's such a unique track. It's got so much character, so many pavement lines and seams and cracks, and the line changes even when it's dry. It changes all day long. And being willing and able to move around and being able to give your team feedback of what your car needs to do differently to be optimized to those different lines, and being open to move, and sometimes being the first mover to find that grip. And that just suits Bell to a T.
Get out the broom.
Yeah, I've always respected the drivers that have been able to sweep weekends, and obviously Kyle Busch is the first one that comes to mind, where he swept NASCAR weekends multiple times. So to get my first one here at Loudon was really special. I
would definitely have picked Lobster up. It looked like he didn't really want to. I was willing to step in, but he manned up and got it done.
Hi, I'm Parker Kligerman. For more access like this from Pit Road, be sure to click and subscribe to the Motorsports on NBC YouTube channel.